Welcome to a broadcast of the recent Lorain County Commissioners' General Meeting. Unless otherwise announced, meetings are held Wednesday morning at 9:30 at the Administration Building, 226 Middle Avenue, 4th floor, downtown Elyria. These are public meetings and you are invited to attend. Agendas are posted prior to the meeting at www.loraincounty.us. Click on Departments to see the Commissioners page, then click on View Agenda.
Ready? Yeah. Good morning. If we could stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the September 14th meeting of the Lorain County Board of Commissioners. Commissioner Kalo has the dog from our dog kennel today.
Good looking dog. Our featured dog this week is a 5 or 6 year old lab mix. He's a male. He's been with us for a while, so Jack brought him up today so we can show him off. Come on, give him a picture. Turn around. Let's see what you look like. Look at that. There you go. Real good temperament. Easy to get along with. If you're interested in a really good older dog, stop down and see this one at our kennel. He'll be available for adoption on Saturday at 3 o'clock. And if not, we've got a lot of other dogs to pick from. Come on.
He's got purple on his tongue, maybe a little bit of chow and shepherd too, maybe. Very calm. Yes, I did.
Yep.
Okay.
10:30, we'll have an executive session with the Soil and Water Conservation District under Resolutions Number 1, Job and Family Services Bills.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Kayla.
Aye.
Ms. Kowski.
Aye.
Mr. Williams.
Aye.
Investments.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Kayla.
Aye.
Ms. Kowski.
Aye.
Mr. Williams.
Aye.
Appropriations.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys seen the clerk of court's only returned the $250,000
Mm-hmm.
on that. He's claiming that he's only got $762,000. Is that correct?
As of today, there's
As of today's numbers, so he can only return $250. Doing a calculation off his budget, should have been able to get $400,000 from him, but he's going to keep that until he sees what we're going to do with his budget.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay, but we did get the paperwork done to get the 250, so.
Yeah.
And that will go into the rainy day for anticipated carryover for next year, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Which part?
Pardon me?
Clerk of Courts.
Clerk of Courts.
Ron Nabokowski's Clerk of Courts Title
let
Fund.
me
She
see
got
that.
it. She's got it now.
I want to see a copy of that. I don't recall seeing that.
Yeah, he did $250,000 transfer. when we
Oh, it was a
requested-
transfer.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Okay.
a-
Appropriation.
It's an appropriation because they can't transfer the cash under new state auditor rules.
Oh, yeah. And you did speak to him as to why he didn't do the rest?
He sent an email out, basically said he wants to see what his budget's going to look like. Now, that goes against what he said here on the floor, where he said he'd give $700,000 back, and really it's carryover, so, I mean, he's looking at $1 million carryover for this year. If we reduce his budget, shouldn't matter, but, again, just something to look at, going forward. I don't know if you want to make a big deal out of it right now. We could take an additional $150,000 and keep them going for the rest of the year, or we can wait until October and do it.
Right, that's what my thing, because then we'll have an idea what our budget numbers are. It doesn't matter. It's either carryover for next year, reduce the appropriation now. We can only use a number in one line. So
Right.
Right.
it's
Just, Lisa, if you can make sure you're watching that, want to make sure that we do get that $700,000 and we don't get another employee or something.
Yeah.
Mr. Kayla.
Aye.
Ms. Kowski.
Aye.
Mr. Williams.
Aye.
Transfers.
so moved.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Ms. Kowski?
Aye.
Mr. Williams?
Aye.
No advances, no repayments, requisitions?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Yes, number 1141-11, it's an auditor's account, and it said for dog tags, I'm guessing it's for our dog licenses. They're from Kentucky, and I'm just curious, and I didn't have a chance to talk to the auditor to find out why we're not using someone local for that. If we can see if we've used them over the years.
Yes.
Do you have any idea, Mr. Cortez?
I'm assuming that nobody makes them local, but I can certainly check with them. They may be a vendor direct purchase. But I'll take a look at it. I'm sure they
It seems
won't.
like, I mean, they're just metal dog tags. I mean, why, you would think anybody could make them.
Would you like to hold it?
I would like to
Yeah,
hold it
well-
and see why we can't use somebody local for that.
Sure,
second.
I can make the request. It'll be very simple.
Okay, thank you.
We might be able to deal with it right after the meeting.
Okay.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Ms. Kowski?
Aye.
Mr. Williams?
Aye.
Travel?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Ms. Kowski?
Aye.
Mr. Williams?
Aye.
Bills?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Ms. Kowski?
Aye.
Mr. Williams?
Aye.
Under the Commissioners, authorize various personnel actions as indicated on the summary sheet for employees within jurisdiction of County Commissioners.
Mr. Cordez?
I do need to speak with the board about the steelworkers contract and potential new hire at Golden Acres. Both of those topics are allowable for executive session discussion, so that's the conclusion of our regular board meeting today. We go into executive session and have those talks. Thank you.
Approve and waive the reading in the County Commissioners meeting minutes of August 31st and September 7, 2011.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Ms. Kowski?
Aye.
Mr. Williams?
Aye.
Authorize various payments in the amount of $1,000 each to Dovin Funeral Home, Lorain, for indigent veterans in accordance with the Ohio Revised Code 5901 for Leona V. Steinbrick, Double of Elyria, and James W. Lacrosse of Lorain.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Ms. Kowski?
Aye.
Mr. Williams?
Aye.
Under Community Development, award various contracts for homeowners eligible to receive a grant from CDBG FY10 home repair that includes a contingency for any unforeseen change orders, and these were the most responsive complying with specifications paid from the home repair account. One S&J Home Maintenance Grafton in the amount of $1,622 for Catherine Plato at 2069 Cleveland Avenue, Sheffield Township, for electrical work. 22 invitations were sent to receive. Bax Roofing and Construction, Plymouth, in the amount of $4,950 for Donald and Elva Campbell, 11957 Avon Belden Road, Grafton, for roof replacement. 23 invitations were sent, 3 received.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Ms. Kowski?
Aye.
Mr. Williams?
Aye.
Award various contracts for homeowners eligible to receive a grant from CHIP FY10 home repair that includes a contingency for any unforeseen change orders, and these were the most responsive complying with specifications to be paid from the home repair account. S&J Maintenance Graft in the amount of $6,490 for Lynette Kilpatrick at 128 Walleye Court, LaGrange, for roof repair. 23 invitations were sent, 3 received. S&J Maintenance Graft in the amount of $6,820 for Alice Hawes at 119 East Street, Wellington, for roof repair. 28 invitations were received, 4 received, or sent, 4 received. J.A. Kilby Enterprises, Inc., North Ridgeville, in the amount of $8,880 for Laura Archibald at 13652 Hale Road, Overland, for a roof replacement. 18 invitations were sent, 2 received.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Don, did you want to talk about the new policy? You did look at
Yes,
both the,
I can if you would like.
Yeah.
But we did-
in response to Joe Thayer coming in a few weeks back, questioning the vendors. Thank you.
Going forward from last week, that when the board adopted the responsible bidders policy, we now go forward and check each of the websites. One is with the Secretary of State, one is with the auditor, and those are for prevailing wage violations and also findings for recovery. We do check the county auditor's website now, not only on the as we had done before with the recipient of the grant for the home repair, the homeowner, but also now the company as well.
Right.
And then we also still do the federal debarred list, workers' comp, And then also insurance, make sure that we're covered and that they have adequate insurance in case anything were to go wrong on the job. And we're going to be sending those packets down to the board if anyone would like to take a look at them as well for the time being as well, till everyone gets comfortable with the new policy.
Good. Thank you very much. I know it's additional work, but I think it's important.
It was a good compromise. It's something that, it's a couple of minutes, yes, but it's something that was easy enough to implement the way it was done, so I thank you for that.
Good. All right, thank you.
Thanks, Don.
Mr. Kayla.
Aye.
Ms. Kowski.
Aye.
Mr. Williams.
Aye.
Amendment Resolution 10808 adopted November 17, 2010. Number one, awarding contract to S&J Home Maintenance Grafton in the amount of $6,930 for Wilma Workman and 10721 Indian Hollow Road, Carlisle Township, and award to J.A. Kilby Enterprises, North Ridgeville, in the amount of $7,546 for grant assistance on roof replacement. 22 invitations were sent, 2 received. This being the most responsive complying with specifications and will be paid from the CDBG FY10 home repair. S&J were unable to complete the project by grant deadline of December 31st, 2010.
So moved.
Second?
Discussion. Mr. Kayla.
Aye.
Ms. Kowski.
Aye.
Mr. Williams.
Aye.
Mr. Cortez, County Administrator.
I have no additional comments this morning, thank you.
Mr. Ennis, Assistant County Prosecutor.
Commissioners, I have 2 matters of imminent court action that I would like to discuss in executive session.
Court action, not litigation.
Well, the actual correct word according to the revised code is court action.
Okay.
Court can refer to any type of body which makes decisions.
Okay, thank you.
Commissioners report.
First of all, I'd like to call your attention to number 300 board correspondence, just for the public that are not here, that don't see the agenda. September the 24th from 9 to noon at our collection center on Abbey Road. The address is 540. They're going to have a shredding day, so you can bring up to 2 banker's boxes full of articles that you would like to have shredded. You don't even have to get out of your car. And so that's a free thing for our residents of Lorain County, which I think was a great idea. And I like to commend our director, Keith Bailey, for all the things that good things that he's coming up with for that collection center. It's awesome out there. So, and then the second thing, I became a grandma again for the second time on 9/11. My beautiful little granddaughter, her name is Ava Lynn, and she's just the most precious thing you would ever see. So that's the end of my report.
Congratulations.
And quit having
Commissioner.
grandsons while I'm having granddaughters.
That was a pretty good grandparents' day.
I know, it was. I
So-
didn't know that until halfway through the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Busy week. I attended executive session at NOAC on Friday. Was not able to attend the full board meeting because I was going to Lorain County Community College, and congratulations to them and Dick Desich, the naming of the new Smart Center building on the campus, a wonderful facility. People from the state of Ohio were here, Mark Kwame in particular, who made great comments in regards to Ohio and Lorain County moving forward in the area of sensors. And Senator Sherrod Brown, who made very pointed comments also as being a long time from the area. It was a great job. Solid Waste Policy meeting was an interesting meeting yesterday. As again, I recapped with Linda out there because she didn't make it. Keith, she would like you to please notify her of our meeting. She didn't know we were having one yesterday. Is that okay, Linda? Thank you. But it looks like in another month we'll be able to send our plan forward, hopefully, for public comment. Most of our EPA issues are taken care of, correct, Barrister?
That would be you, Cortez.
We think
No.
so.
Barrister's the attorney.
Oh,
We believe they've been resolved.
So we
Hopefully.
look forward to sending that plan forward so we can get it done in time for June. Yeah.
Temporarily.
I didn't have any grandchildren on September 11th, but I did attend the Wellington dedication of the new Safety Forces monument they put out there. It was well attended. I saw Tom Kelly out there. Really nice ceremony as they read off the names that they'd lost in Wellington. End of my report.
Okay. Just want to bring up, there's going to be a informational meeting out in Penfield Township Hall on Monday, September 26th. We're going to have a group of presenters there, the sheriff, the prosecutor, Judge David Beretta, and the coroner. And we're going to just be going over the temporary sales tax and giving information on that. So I just want to let you know. And this Thursday, there's the Lorain County Township Association meeting. Mr. Kayla, I know you're getting plans that day, but Ms. Kukowski, if you could come out, that would be great. Talk to the individuals as well there. So September 11th was a nice day. Just stayed at home with the family and just kind of relaxed and went through the events with my children. So, end of report.
Board correspondence?
Move the reading be waived.
Second?
Discussion. Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Ms. Kowski?
Aye.
Mr. Williams?
Aye.
Public comment?
Anyone wishing to address the board this morning?
Shirley R. Johnson, Oberlin. Just goes to show that eternal vigilance is the price of freedom. You're going into executive session for personnel issues. That's not an acceptable reason. You have to explain what kind of personnel issues.
You must have misheard. I did explain what type of personnel issues.
I didn't hear you. Did anybody else?
Yes, you said we have talked a labor contract about the steel workers and impossible
Oh,
hiring.
no,
at
I don't
Golden.
mean there. Sorry. I mean under executive session at the top where you're going into executive session with soil and water. That
We're
says
going to
it-
executive session with soil and water? I didn't even.
I
know
thought
that.
it
Relating to
was-
personnel issues.
No.
is
Actually,
what
I,
it-
I agree with you. I didn't know that either.
I knew you would, but I just said, you scared me when you said you'd given the reason.
Yeah,
See,
you scared me
didn't
because
listen to
you've
me.
trained me to always make sure I give a reason, and I do.
They requested an executive session to talk about personnel issues in regard to their budget, apparently.
Well, why is that an executive session? I mean,
They
can you
requested
explain
it.
that, Mr. Ennis?
Well, I don't know at this point. I didn't,
You know
I
what,
didn't see
I
that
mean,
either, so.
If it's a budget question and we have to know whether we need more employees or less employees, why, everybody else has talked about that in public, why not them? Why are they an exception?
I don't know. They requested of us, Shirley. I don't know what their discussions are.
Well, I
They
know,
asked for an
but you
executive
cannot
session.
put it on your agenda and go and do it.
Obviously, when we make the motion to go into executive session, surely we will have to identify what we're doing.
Right.
Well, according to the law, promotion, let's see. You can only do it to consider the appointment, employment, dismissal, discipline, promotion, demotion, or compensation of a public employee or official, and also to consider complaints against such and
I,
such. So,
I think that what we should do is if someone waters there, ask them what their issue is.
Yeah, in
With regard to
public.
the executive session.
I don't see them
They
here
won't be here
yet.
till 10:30.
Yeah, they're due here at 10:30, so I don't know.
No, understand, this is just an agenda. This isn't the motion that's going to be made. When the motion
well,
is made.
I suspect that, okay, thank you, I hope that's the case. But when the don't make the motion without an explanation, please. Not please, just because it's the law.
Okay.
David Ashenhurst, Oberlin. Good morning, Commissioners. I'm not going to be able to be at the Township Association meeting, but I expect I will get to the Penfield Township explanation of the sales tax, and I hope to be on hand for some of the other ones. I think it will be helpful if, and I realize it's only a proposal and not a law yet, but I hope as soon as you have some information on what the President's statement about additional funds to localities for safety service forces and teachers, I mean, you know what money is going to be coming here. At some point, you'll learn what money will be coming here for safety service forces or whatever else is in the President's plan. I have expressed some concern that it seems to sort of take Governor Kasich off the hook. It's like he's cut things and now the feds are going to put some money back in. Will that mean the governor is going to cut even more, or how's that going to work? But I would appreciate it, and I think the public would appreciate it at some point as I believe we need the sales tax and the money from the federal government, but if there's confusion about what the impact of that is going to be, it seems to me it will have some impact on how the voters feel about the sales tax when it
I
comes
think,
down.
David-
So I just hope you are able to tell us over the next couple of months what that means if it happens. Because I think it will have an impact on how people treat the sales tax issue you are putting before them.
But like all things that come out of Washington, David, we don't know what's going to happen with that money. Our sheriff's department has applied and applied and applied
I was thinking
to bring
that too.
deputies back, and they
Cops
give the
grant.
money, and they always give the money to the cities. So we've not been very successful in that
Well,
regards to personnel, so we don't know how they're gonna finish up that language. They'll discuss it over the next few weeks, I'm assuming. I doubt it will be signed into law by the end of this week, unlike the
No,
redistricting map.
I understand.
But-
I just mean over the course of time, and the infrastructure money, you know, what's that gonna do to, just, I don't know, I can't understand at all, you know, after the speech, I haven't been able to find anything that's really saying what that means for Ohio, what it means for Lorain County, what it means for the city of Oberlin. And I have some interest in all three, and as I say, I welcome the activity, but it seems to, you know, it allows the governor to say, see, you know, you all did make it without the money that I took out of there, so,
Thank you, David.
thank you.
Anyone else wishing to address the board? I'll make a motion to go in executive session as outlined by our county administrator and county prosecutor.
I'll second.
Mr. Kayla.
Aye.
Ms. Kowski.
Aye.
Mr. Williams.
Aye.
This has been a broadcast of the recent Lorain County Commissioners' General Meeting. Unless otherwise announced, meetings are held Wednesday morning at 9:30 at the Administration Building, 226 Middle Avenue, 4th floor, downtown Elyria. These are public meetings, and you are invited to attend. Agendas are posted